Imagine being showered with extreme affection and attention, only to realize later that it was a manipulative tactic to control you. Today, we delve into the world of love bombing. This is a method where someone floods another person with excessive displays of attention and affection. It's a common occurrence at the start of a romantic relationship and can lead to more sinister situations like gaslighting and abuse. Love bombing might seem flattering at first, but it's truly a wolf in sheep's clothing. Stay with us as we delve deeper into the signs of love bombing and how you can prevent it. So, what exactly is love bombing? Let's unpack this term. Love bombing is a term you might not be familiar with, but it's a phenomenon that's more common than you might think. It's a manipulative tactic used by individuals to gain power and control over others. How does it work? Well, imagine a whirlwind romance where you're showered with affection, attention, and compliments. Sounds dreamy, right? Wrong. This is the first stage of love bombing. The love bomber will idealize their partner, putting them on a pedestal and making them feel like the center of their world. They'll use excessive communication, grand gestures, and intense expressions of affection to create a sense of overwhelming love. But this isn't about love, it's about control. It's about making you feel so cherished, so special, that you become emotionally dependent on them. Then, the devaluation begins. The same person who made you feel like you could do no wrong suddenly flips the script. The compliments become criticisms, the affection turns into indifference, the attention you once enjoyed now feels suffocating. This sudden shift can leave you feeling confused, hurt, and desperate for the love bomber to return to their former loving self. But remember, this is all part of the plan. Love bombing is often associated with narcissism, insecure attachment styles, and low self-esteem. Narcissists, for instance, use love bombing to feed their need for constant admiration and attention. People with insecure attachment styles might use love bombing to avoid feelings of abandonment, while those with low self-esteem may use it to feel powerful and desired. Recognizing the signs of love bombing is the first step to protecting yourself. But it's not always easy. Love bombers are often charismatic and persuasive, and their actions can be mistaken for genuine affection. But remember, love isn't about control or manipulation, it's about mutual respect, understanding, and equality. So if something feels off, trust your gut. It might just save you from a love bomber's grasp. Now that we understand what love bombing is, how can we recognize it in our own relationships? Well, let's delve into the signs and signals of this manipulative tactic. Firstly, love bombing often begins with intense, almost overwhelming displays of affection and attention. It's like a bombardment of love, hence the name. You may feel flattered and special, swept up in a whirlwind romance, but remember, it's the intensity and pace that can be a warning sign. Genuine affection grows over time. It doesn't usually hit like a tidal wave. Secondly, you might notice an excessive amount of communication. The love bomber might bombard you with texts, calls, and messages, wanting to be in constant contact. It might seem sweet at first, like they can't get enough of you. But over time, this constant contact can become controlling, as they seek to dominate your time and attention. Thirdly, love bombing often involves a cycle of idealization and devaluation. The love bomber might put you on a pedestal, making you feel like the most perfect, amazing person in the world. But then, they may suddenly devalue you, criticizing or belittling you. It's a confusing and emotionally exhausting cycle designed to keep you off balance and dependent on their approval. Finally, love bombers often target individuals who are emotionally vulnerable. They might sense that you're lonely, insecure, or going through a tough time and use this to their advantage. They offer the love, attention, and validation you crave, making it hard for you to resist their charm. But remember, recognizing these signs is the first step in protecting yourself. If you notice these patterns, it's important to listen to your gut feelings. You have the right to set boundaries and protect your emotional well-being. If you're unsure or feeling overwhelmed, don't hesitate to seek help from trusted friends, family, or professionals. Armed with this knowledge, you can begin to spot potential love bombers in your life. It's not about becoming paranoid or distrusting everyone who shows you kindness. It's about being aware, understanding the signs, and knowing that you deserve a relationship that's based on mutual respect, honesty, and genuine affection. Before we proceed to the prevention strategies, have you subscribed to our channel yet? If not, now's the perfect time. We are diving deep into the world of manipulation, unmasking tactics like love bombing, and providing you with tools to navigate these tricky waters. By subscribing, you're not only supporting our work, but also arming yourself with knowledge. So hit that subscribe button and don't forget to ring the bell to never miss an episode in this series. Stay tuned for the next part where we will discuss how to prevent love bombing. Knowledge is power, and knowing how to prevent love bombing can save you from emotional distress. So how can we prevent ourselves from falling into the trap of love bombing? First and foremost, setting boundaries is crucial. This means knowing your limits and making them clear to the other person. It's okay to say no, it's okay to take things slow, and it's okay to have time for yourself. You don't have to be available for this person 24/7, and you don't have to agree with everything they say or do. Your feelings, opinions, and needs are just as important. Secondly, maintaining a strong support network can be a lifeline. Friends and family can often provide an outside perspective and help you recognize if something seems off. They can also provide emotional support and reassurance when you're feeling unsure. It's essential to keep these connections strong and not isolate yourself from your loved ones, as isolation can often make one more vulnerable to manipulation. Finally, if you feel you're being love bombed, it's important to seek help. This could be from a trusted friend, a family member, or a professional, like a therapist or counselor. They can provide guidance, support, and strategies to deal with the situation. Remember, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to protect your emotional well-being, but most importantly, trust your gut. If something feels too good to be true, it probably is. If you feel overwhelmed, smothered, or manipulated, listen to those feelings. They're there to protect you. It's also important to remember that love bombing is not about love, it's about control. Real love respects boundaries, allows for individuality, and grows at a comfortable pace for both parties involved. It's not rushed, it's not overwhelming, and it certainly doesn't involve manipulation. Remember, everyone deserves to be in a relationship that is based on mutual respect and genuine love, not manipulation. We've covered a lot today, from understanding what love bombing is to learning how to prevent it. It's been quite a journey, hasn't it? We started off by unmasking love bombing, this manipulative tactic where a person showers another with exaggerated displays of affection and attention, aiming to gain control over them. It's a subtle yet powerful tactic, often used at the dawn of a romantic relationship. Next, we dove deeper into understanding love bombing. We discussed how love bombers idealize their partners, only to devalue them later, alternating between acts of kindness and cruelty. We learned that love bombers often target vulnerable individuals, using excessive communication to gain power and control. We also connected love bombing with narcissism, insecure attachment styles, and low self-esteem. Recognizing love bombing was our next milestone. We explored the signs and symptoms to look out for and how to differentiate genuine love and affection from manipulative love bombing. We discussed the importance of trust in our instincts and seeking help when necessary. We also talked about prevention strategies. We emphasized the importance of setting boundaries and maintaining a strong sense of self. We discussed how understanding one's worth and not settling for less can protect us from becoming targets of love bombing. But remember, knowledge is power, and it's crucial to share this power with others. As we always say, learning never stops. So if you found this information helpful, do consider subscribing for more enlightening videos in our series about manipulation. Let's keep this conversation going. Which strategies will you work on first to prevent love bombing? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Remember, your experiences might help someone else in a similar situation.